vacation. It's your life. Live it beautifully.
At Wynwood Bulk, we have what your garden needs to look healthy and beautiful. Unlike big box store bag mulch, we use only the best part of the tree. Do what the pros do and go where the pros go.
Okay, we're talking with Lauren Barlew this morning with Lotus Center for Women, and I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to open up our conversation, but basically if you tried to define what is it to be a woman, you'd have a very long list of answers, right? Because it involves all types of things, our emotions, our appearance, our hormones. So at Lotus Center for Women, you are bringing all the complexities of being a woman into then your treatment for women at lots of ages, but especially menopausal women, right?
Right. We're looking at women from a whole picture, so not just a one-size-fits-all as far as menopause care for them. So making sure that we're looking at all the factors that may be contributing to their symptoms, whether it be pain with intimacy or dryness or problems with hot flashes and night sweats, all the things to make sure that we're getting adequate care. You
are actually a certified menopause practitioner. Am I saying it the right way?
Yes, that's right.
So what that means is, because menopause, let's play a true or false question game here. True or false, menopause always begins in your late 40s to early 50s?
False. So everybody, the average age of menopause is 51, but sometimes we see people that will be menopausal in their early 40s. Perimenopause, we believe, is about 5 to 7 years prior to that 51 mark. So anybody in their early 40s, mid 40s, I'm looking out for perimenopausal symptoms.
Okay.
And the way that we treat perimenopause has really changed over the last even just 5 years. The answer used to be to throw people on birth control pills and kind of manage their periods and help with some of their symptoms, but we have learned better. And now the recommendations are that we actually use low dose progesterone and or estrogen can be really helpful to support these women through perimenopause.
Okay. Once you've reached menopause, true or false, there comes a point where when you're postmenopausal, that means that it's just all over.
So it's all over from the standpoint of not menstruating anymore?
Well, from the standpoint of no more symptoms to worry about.
Yeah. So that is false. So the average duration of hot flashes and night sweats is about 7 years. And so a lot of women will just be excited to get to the finish line, be able to get to that 51 when they stop having periods. But unfortunately, their symptoms last quite a bit longer than that. But what lasts even longer are like vaginal symptoms, dryness, pain, and some dysfunction with intimacy.
Okay, so I'm not great at math, but we've already hit 15 years of our lives. 7 on the one side, 7 on the post side, with many years to come.
Right.
And it's not a topic that we talk about much. It's also not a topic that most of us even understand, which is why on June 22nd, you're having like a Menopause 101 class.
Yeah, so we are doing a Menopause 101 class at our office. It's from 10 to 12 on Saturday the 22nd. And we have done this class outside of the office for several private groups, and it's going really well. But basically to educate women on something that they really just don't know a lot about. Luckily for the women today, there is a lot of talk about menopause on social media. So I do actually have some pretty educated women come in and talk to me and kind of are advocating for themselves. But there's still a large number of people who just don't understand.
Well, okay, so that will then dovetail into another thing, because Google is a great thing and a dangerous thing, same with social media, because you can learn just enough to mess yourself up.
Right.
So you've mentioned a few hormones. Yes, you will help people with hormones if that's what they need, but that's not always the first thing you're going to suggest.
Yeah, so it just depends on somebody's past medical history as to what they are able to use. I have a lot of patients who have been to like hormone clinics, for example, and they just aren't being treated. Their whole picture is not being looked at as far as helping, with, if we're trying to help with libido and just pump you full of testosterone, if you're having other issues that would be contributing to libido issues, then you can't take enough testosterone to fix that.
Well, okay, let me swing you this way a little bit, because there are also women watching who are thinking, yeah, okay, on the libido side, but I don't feel like, but I don't feel like myself these days.
Right.
So you were telling me that brain fog is a real thing.
Right. Yes, absolutely. Brain fog is huge in this. It really starts in perimenopause and beyond.
Because with that, you would feel like you're losing yourself a little bit, I would think.
Yeah, I see a lot of women who really have this affecting not only their personal life, but their professional lives. You know, if you're not able to be clear, say you have like a technical job and they're not able to kind of put the pieces together, it can really have an impact on that.
So you'll address that too at that class?
Yes.
Is there a charge for the class?
Yes, it's $30. It's a
$30.
2-hour class, and we'll provide snacks and such things. So it'll be a fun event.
So it could be a good thing too to grab a friend or two and go together, because the other thing is none of us is going to have the same experience.
Right.
And 15 years of our lives and ticking, that's a lot of time to give up just because we're embarrassed to talk about it.
Exactly.
So do they sign up at Lotus Center for Women?
Right, on our website, or they can call the office, or also if you search on Eventbrite, you'll find it on there.
Okay, $30 gets you in the door,
Yes.
and information for you to take home and have. LotusCenterForWomen.com.
Hi, I'm Trevor. Welcome to the Hemp House. Let me show you where the treats are.
Our selection of local products allows the Hemp House to bring a little calm to life's journeys, whether you're blessed with 4 legs or just 2. The Hemp House, 4 locations to serve you, or online at hemphousechat.com.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on.
I've been practicing.
What, the cello? You want me to lower the hoop?
Foul.
What are you gonna tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
You're
yourself
about to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me. Love you, Mom.
Wait till your father gets home.
You wake up, clock in, and put in a hard day's work. But what happens when an ordinary workday takes a turn for the worse? On-the-job injuries bring more than